Very good morning to all of you. I hope it's audible to you. So, good morning and welcome. Friends, today we'll look at again the part of oceanography. It's about the tide, as I was saying. So, in case of tide, I said periodic rise and fall in the sea level due to the gravitational attraction of the sun, moon, and the earth is called as periodic rise and fall in the sea level due to the gravitational attraction of the sun, moon, and the earth. It is called as tide. Okay, there are two types of tide, as you know, high tide and low tide. There are two major types of tide you have. One is high tide, another one is low tide. All of us were well aware that this is the earth here, and here you have you have one thing here, because of the gravitational attraction of sun, moon, and the earth. Let us say this is the moon here, this is the sun here, and this is the earth here. So we have, because of gravitational attraction, here you have bulging of water takes place in one side. This side we have bulging of water, in the opposite side also we have same way. There will be water will bulge in the same height. If it is 1 meter here, they also 1 meter height it will. You know that this is primarily because of, there are two things, centrifugal force you might be knowing about. Earth rotation and centrifugal force leads to same projection in the opposite side. Have you studied it from your NCERT book? आपने क्या NCERT से टाइड वाला चैप्टर पढ़ा है? I told you all to study. So remember here that this side you have moon and the sun. So they are having this attraction. This side, one side it will dragging the water. In the opposite side, in the same amount of water will bulge out here. Same amount of water will bulge in this way. यहाँ पे जितना खींचा है उधर भी उतना ही होगा opposite direction में. So for that reason, if you have bulging in this particular part, opposite side also same bulge will have. And this may leads to, because earth is moving in this way, so we have dragging of water in one part, west to east is moving. So you have like dragging of water, so this water level will increase here and it will be in the same way, it will move in this way. So that's the cause, you have continuously bulging here and the water get displaced. Same way in the opposite side, because of the same amount of bulging is there, as I said, because of the centrifugal force. यहाँ पे अगर ये 1 मीटर का बल्ज वहां पे होता है तो यहां भी एक 1 मीटर की बल्जिंग होगा यहां भी. Here also the same bulginess will have. Okay, यहाँ पे जितना bulging होगा उतना bulging यहाँ भी होगा. And this type of, as I said, phenomena which you will get in this particular case, ये यहाँ पे जैसे इधर भी ऐसे ही ये इसका bulging हो गए. This bulge in this particular bulge in the water is primarily because of centrifugal force. This centrifugal force है यहाँ, ये ग्रेविटेशनल एट्रैक्शन है. सो आपका यहाँ पर अगर 1 मीटर होता है उधर भी 1 मीटर की बल्जिंग होगा. ऑपोजिट, ये अगर 0 डिग्री है तो यहाँ पे कितना होगा? एग्जैक्टली एट द ऑपोजिट 180 डिग्री. ओके, सो एट ए टाइम एट टू प्लेसेस यू विल हैव द हाई टाइड. फ्रंट में है तो होता है एग्जैक्टली 180 डिग्री में यू विल हैव अगेन हाई टाइड. सो 0 डिग्री है 180 डिग्री, लाइक 90 डिग्री ईस्ट यू विल हैव 90 डिग्री वेस्ट. 0 डिग्री 180 डिग्री, 90 डिग्री ईस्ट will have the 90 degree west. Okay, 90 degree east, 90 degree west. We have also not only this much, we have 60 degree. For an example, 60 degree east होगा. अगर 60 degree west है तो 120 degree east. Total difference it requires is 180 degree. Then only you will have in that meridian. So longitude wise it will differ. Longitude while it will differ. Okay. Longitude while it will differ. Okay, so thank you very much, as I am just getting some response from you people. So what is there, like if you have because of gravitational attraction, you have in the same one meridian, bulging is one meridian, same opposite side you have the bulging, and this leads to at a time high tide at two places over the earth surface, exactly 180 degree out of, exactly 180 degree opposite to this, exactly 180 degree opposite to this. Okay, so this is, here is the beauty of this particular phenomena, right? Again I am saying, gravitational force, the position of the earth, moon and the sun is more important. You might be knowing about CG and the opposition, conjunction, opposition, CG position. क्लियर है ये? ओके, नाउ विल मूव ऑन नाउ अगेन टू द नेक्स्ट। ये एक पोजीशन है जहां पे सन, मून एंड द अर्थ यू हैव। इन दिस केस you have the gravitational attraction and there is possibility of the tide. Tide, as you said, periodic rise and fall in the sea level. Okay, moon's gravitational force, and here you have the centrifugal force. I said gravitational force and centrifugal force, two sides, the different one. I just tried to give you that. I hope you got it. Now another one, we have also the cases of one more position. देखो आप another position देखते हैं. In another case, this side you have the sun, that side you have the moon. If the sun is here in this side, here is the moon, this is the earth here. You have a very interesting phenomena here. Like यहाँ पे क्या होगा, ये dragging हुआ यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ तक bulging हुआ ये. What will get bulge here? And because of centrifugal force, same bulging will be there. ओके, ये हो गया आपका मून का फोर्स से हो गया, बिकॉज ऑफ द फोर्स ऑफ द मून. नाउ एट्रैक्शन ऑफ दिस विल बी लेस. सन का एट्रैक्शन ये जो है ना, यहाँ पे ग्रेविटेशनल एट्रैक्शन विल बी लेस. सो यहाँ पे ये ग्रेविटेशनल एट्रैक्शन ऑफ द सन इज देयर. ऑपोजिट साइड ऑल्सो विल हैव द सेम ग्रेविटेशनल एट्रैक्शन में सेम सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स में आएगा. सो देयर इज एडिशनल ऑफ फोर्स. आई मीन there is an addition of force here. ये इसका दोनों का एडिशन होगा. जो मैंने कहा कि ग्रेविटेशनल अट्रैक्शन ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ मून, एंड हियर इट हो गया सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स. सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स. This side gravitational force of sun, gravitational force of sun, and here is a centrifugal force. दोनों को दोनों ना समान हो जाएगा दोनों साइड से. यहां पे जितना आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर, व्हाट एवर इज योर ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स, सेम थिंग्स विल से सेम आ जाता है यहां पे. Again I am saying, as I just mentioned about this, like centrifugal force, gravitational force, we have centrifugal force drag in a particular, gravitational force leads to again earth rotation is there, so centrifugal force. Same way if you look at this gravitational force this side, same will have like here this side. So addition of this leads to almost 1. यहाँ पे जो है ना, अगर 1 मीटर का यहाँ पे अगर हाइट होता है x प्लस वाई होता है, तो यहाँ पे x प्लस वाई डैश हो गया, तो यहाँ भी 1 मीटर होगा, दैट इज x डैश प्लस वाई. आई मीन अगर हम देखेंगे x इज द फोर्स ऑफ मून, x dash will be x equal to x dash here, and y here it is force of the gravitational force of the sun, y dash will this side we have centrifugal force. So y equal to y dash, x equal to x dash. So x dash plus y equal to x plus y dash. Same things will be there in both sides. आपका ये जो चीजें हैं, this is completely different here, and this is a very important one aspect which I found it like, you know, that centrifugal force and gravitational force both are acting at different rate, and this is that whatever is the centrifugal force this side you have, the same way we have the gravitational force in this side. आपका ये जो बताया मैंने, I hope you got some idea about this, that how the cases of tide takes place because of gravitational force. मैंने अगेन फिर एक बार रिपीट करता हूं, देखो अगर ये ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स मून का यहाँ पे x होता है, उधर सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स x डेक्स है, और मैंने कहा हियर x इक्वल टू x डेक्स, नेट रिजल्ट अगर देखेंगे हियर x इक्वल टू x डेक्स, एंड यहाँ पे ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स y होता है, यहाँ पे y इक्वल टू y डैश. सो x प्लस y इक्वल टू x डेक्स प्लस y डेक्स हो सकता है, या आप जिसे भी करेंगे x डेक्स प्लस y इक्वल टू y x प्लस y डैश, सेम थिंग, ये दोनों समान होगा, समान. एंड दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस, लाइक यू नो दैट यू हैव सेम, ऑलमोस्ट सेम, you have like, you know, what you call rate of attraction on both sides. This leads to high tidal tide. Here it is known as the high tide. Both the cases you have the high tide. Both the cases you have high tide. यहाँ पे भी ये high tide होगा, उसी पहला केस भी high tide है, second केस भी high tide. So tide will be in both the cases you have also here it is high tide. Okay, in your atlas first few pages you will get these diagrams also. I hope you will get the things. आप अगर atlas को देखेंगे तो मिल जाएंगे ये सब चीजें, and I hope that you will able to do. Okay. Is it okay to all of you? Clear है? Have you got this? I'm not getting a response, any response from you people now. Yes. So, as I have just mentioned about this tide, high tide and low tide, there are two major types of tide you have, high tide and low tide. I am talking about the high tide here. Na? High tide is also known as the spring tide. देखो ये high tide also called as spring tide. Spring tide occurs when the sun, moon and earth, they are in one line. When the sun, moon and the earth, they are in one line. So these are high tides also spring tide occurs when occurs due to लिखो, due to the gravitational attraction of, due to the combined gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. Combined gravitational pull, combined gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. Moon and the sun. Okay. On the full moon and on the new moon, on the full moon and on the new moon, the moon and the sun are almost in one line. Okay. On the full moon and new moon, full moon and new moon, the moon and the sun, they are almost in the one line with the earth. Okay. Again I am saying, on the full moon and new moon, the earth and moon, earth and moon look at themselves. I said the earth and moon are almost in a line, are almost in a line the earth the sun and the moon are almost in a line with the earth, with the earth, with the earth. Okay, and this is the cause what happened. Because of this, there is gravitational, hence they exert the combined pull on the earth. Hence, they exert combined pull on the earth. Combined pull on the earth. They exert combined pull on the earth. Okay. P double L है, P L L होगा ना. Combined pull. Sorry, I have written please rectify. Okay, on the full moon and new moon, the sun and moon are almost in a line. They are almost in a line with the earth, hence they exert combined pull on the earth. This is what I am saying. So they are responsible for subsequently yesterday you had the lunar eclipse, is not it? इसलिए मैंने कहा था कल थोड़ा पढ़ के आइएगा. डायग्राम, फर्स्ट डायग्राम यू सी, ये सोलर एक्लिप्स है, लूनर एक्लिप्स है. Yes, spring tide. Shiji means whenever sun, moon and earth in one line. Okay, they are in one line here. And when the sun and the moon are opposite side of the earth, sun and the moon, ये जो है, ये जो पोजीशन है कंजंक्शन है यहाँ पे, देन ऑपोजिशन, दिस इज कंजंक्शन. आपको पता होगा सीजी व्हेनेवर दे आर इन लाइन, whenever they are CON, JUN, CTIUN, conjunction. कंजंक्शन है, दोनों एक साथ हैं यहाँ पे. एंड ये जो है ऑपोजिशन है. इनके साथ ऑपोजिशन क्या है ये? हियर वन साइड सन, वन साइड मून, आपकी दो साइड में है. whenever they are in one line, whenever they are in one line, कभी भी कोई पोजीशन हो, एक लाइन में अगर हैं तो उसी टाइम पे क्या होगा? हाई टाइड होगा. टू हाई टाइड हियर. So gravitational force, as I said, so high tide occurs only in lunar and solar eclipse. You see that whenever it is in this position, I said red ink is not visible properly. Okay. Fine. Next I will not use. Right. Moon and the sun and earth here, I said opposition, both sides they are here in this case. Second case. First case, this is conjunction. The position is there in one line known as CG. CG position is giving this particular, theme here, like, this is like spring tide you are having always during this time. Okay. Spring tide or high tide you have, but sometimes ये पोजीशन मून अगर इधर आ गया, मून सन इधर है, मून इधर आ गया तो क्या होगा, 90 डिग्री में रहेंगे. इफ देयर इज ए केस ऑफ, again I will go for, this is a high tide, I hope you got it. High tide occurs whenever sun, moon and the earth they are in one line or CG. Whenever both, if this is the earth here, in between sun and the moon, both sides they will be there, this opposition, they are also gravitational force of one side leads to another side, you have centrifugal, and gravitational force in another side will have the centrifugal force here, and there is possibility of what is there, like there is high tide. Another point I told you, this is the case of the high tide, you have opposition also in one side, in case of one side if they are located, they are in one side only, this is known as the conjunction. In case of conjunction also, one side you have dragging of the water, other side also bulging up of this. This is the basic things which I did said, layman sense I did said. There are a lot of complexity in fact in the formation of this particular, formation of this tide has a lot of other mechanism also, we will see that one. But एक तो है कि high tide will be like this, they are spring tide they are called as, during which the sea level will increase. Another one is low tide also called as the, or neap tide. Low or neap tide, as you know, this occurs whenever the sun, moon and the earth they are in right angle. For an example, you have the, see here, let me draw this. This is the earth, okay, this is the condition, this is, here is the earth here, this is the earth here. If the position is like this, moon is here, so definitely the gravitational attraction force here it will be like this, and here it will be like this, here it will be like this, it will be like this, okay. And due to this, what will happen? bulging will be here also there, but more bulging will be in this case. This side and this side bulging will be more, isn't it? So, but negation is there because of this. Negation you have negation 90 degree में होगा ना ये. So total action if you look at in this way it is different here. No question here from anyone anyway. As moon has less mass than earth, so how can moon attract the cause of tide? My friend, gravitational attraction I hope you are well aware. Gravitational attraction, see that every object has gravitational attraction force as you know, सभी का होता है, मगर यहाँ पे liquid जो रहेगा, liquid it will have like impact on this and the liquid will get drag, that is the water. इसको ये drag करेगा एक particular direction में, and see that this may leads to rise in the sea level. यहाँ पे क्या है, because of this side you know, here you have this side, you see what is happening in this case. It is going in this way and this way, तो 90 degree हो गया ना, negation हो रहा है. Here it is going in this way, here it is in this way and here it is in this way. So ये negation हो गया. So यहाँ पे for that reason the effect will be less here and you will have a low tide. Low tide are known as the neap tide I said. Low tide are called as neap tide. So you will have low tide only when there is 90 degree angle here. Low tides will be there because of 90 degree angle. Okay. So between this direction of the force you see here how it is in this case. This is low level. Tide will be there of low height, so it's not low tide. So anyway, low tide is known as the neap tide. Neap tide whenever occur, whenever first and the last quarter of the sun you will have, and the moon make right angle here. मून की जो फर्स्ट एंड द लास्ट क्वार्टर होता है ऐसी इसी में होते हैं, मतलब दिस इज द पोजीशन फर्स्ट क्वार्टर एंड द लास्ट क्वार्टर ड्यूरिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर फेज यू हैव नीप टाइड. ओके, फेजेस ऑफ मून में आप देखा होगा फर्स्ट क्वार्टर एंड लास्ट क्वार्टर, 4 क्वार्टर है, फर्स्ट एंड द लास्ट क्वार्टर ऑफ द मून यू हैव नीप टाइड, दैट्स व्हाई. नाउ टाइड्स आर ऑफ डिफरेंट types in fact, but you remember these 4 at least tides. We don't have to go in detail of this. There are various theories on tide formation. There are few people who gave this particular classification here. Let us look at tide. I said there are 2 types of tide. I told you, high tide and low tide, or spring tide and neap tide. There are various theories on the origin of tide. For an example, we have the equilibrium theory of Newton. Equilibrium theory by Newton. मैंने जो आपको कहा इक्विलिब्रियम मेंटेन करने के लिए ऑपोजिट साइड यू हैव द सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स. न्यूटन्स थ्योरी बहुत एक्सेप्टेबल है. डायनेमिक थ्योरी ऑफ Laplace gave the dynamic theory. Third one you have the progressive wave theory. progressive wave theory by William Weyl. I said William Weyl's progressive wave theory, stationary wave theory, R.A. Harish. You have here canal theory also. Canal theory. Stationary wave theory, R.A. Harish. R.A. Harish. These are the theories, some of the 5 theories we are having. They are theories on the origin of the tide origin के ऊपर. Equilibrium theory of Newton, dynamic theory of Laplace, progressive theory of William Weyl, canal theory, G.B. Acre, and the stationary wave theory of R.A. Harish. Among these theory, if you look at Newton's का जो theory है, that is like equilibrium theory is very to some extent it is in fact one of the most acceptable one. Gravitational force and centrifugal force, which I told you, this is the concept given by equilibrium theory of Newton. This theory is acceptable one. Another theory which talked about this one is progressive wave theory. The wave theory, progressive wave theory said that from one particular region the attraction takes place, and then because the earth is moving, that's why it is dynamic one. The gravitational, that line at which gravitational force is, that is also changing here progressively. So what happened here, at different region at different places, different region, tide occurs. It is a different one. In GS we are not going to get this, but you remember these people's name at least. एक होता है स्टेशनरी वेव थ्योरी. स्टेशनरी वेव क्या होता है, देखिए स्टेशनरी वेव थ्योरी भी थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है. इनमें से मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. लेट अस हैव, दिस इज ए ग्लास, राइट. नाउ ग्लास में इतना पानी है, this much of water is there. Now if I will, this is the case here, okay. Now यहाँ पे ग्लास है, मैं इस ग्लास को अभी क्या करूँगा, now I'll do, इसको अगर ऐसे कर देता हूँ ग्लास को, तो जो पानी का लेवल है, ये पानी का लेवल जो है यहाँ तक हो जाएगा. अगर ये ग्लास को मैं अभी इस तरफ ऐसे कर देता हूं, तो पानी का लेवल जो है यहाँ से यहाँ तक आ जाएगा. होगा कि नहीं? दिस विल बी, अगर ये ग्लास को मैं इधर कर दिया, आई सेड यू कैन सी दिस ग्लास हियर. इफ आई विल डू लाइक दिस, ये हो गया, ये एक हो गया, मगर मिडिल में एक पॉइंट, एक लाइन है, वन पॉइंट इज देयर व्हिच इज नॉट अफेक्टेड. ये नॉट अफेक्टेड हियर, है ना. दिस पॉइंट विल नॉट गेट एनी distraction here. Yeah. So what I am saying is neutral point एक है, पानी, if I'll just incline this in this way, यहां तक पानी का लेवल, इधर कर लूंगा वहां तक पानी का लेवल. So in this way आपका जो कलर उल्टा हो गया है, चलेगा, आपसे भी समझ जाइए. इफ आई विल गो फॉर दिस, लाइक वाटर दिस वे एंड दिस वे, विल गेट लाइक water level can go up to here and this side up to that one. Now it is clear to you. So हमारा जो ये मिडिल वाला जो लेयर है, मिडिल एरिया, this is unaffected and this particular layer point here, it is stationary point. ऐसे अगर मैं if I'll now drag the water of this water, ये पानी यहाँ का उठा देता हूँ, then both of them will go down, it will go down as well as this one will go down, isn't it? If I raise this, अगर मैं इसको नीचे पुश करूंगा तो ये साइड पे ऊपर आ जाएगा पानी, होगा कि नहीं? So in this way, you know, in any stationary, any point, if I'll do like this is an experiment, you can see that. So there are nodal point like this. There are nodal point on the ocean itself. If there is a change in the water level there vertically from below, if there is change in the water level, it has cascading effect on this. Whether you got it or not, नहीं. देखो आप, मैं ये क्या कह रहा हूं, just see this. I am saying, if I will take water in a glass and ये ग्लास में पानी इतना है, देख रहे हो आप, this much of water is here. Now if I'll drag it, ऐसे कर दूंगा, यहाँ तक आया, यहीं से कर दूंगा, ये एक पॉइंट है जहां पे it is unaffected one. Now if I'll drag this, इसको ऊपर उठाऊंगा, if I'll drag this, the साइड वाला जो पानी का लेवल नीचे हो जाएगा. If I'll give pressure here, नीचे का पानी ऊपर आ जाएगा साइड में. So this is here is like, you know, what happened here, this type of some points on the ocean you are having, they are known as a nodal point. ये nodal point में अगर कोई changes होता है, if there is change in the nodal point, its effect will be in the peripheral area. So tide generally occurs what, according to this theory, like tide will occur whenever there is disturbances in this type of nodal point. Okay. So uninodal and binodal oscillatory systems, he talked about uninodal and binodal oscillatory systems. देखते हैं क्या है. This is the nodal point. If this side is high, here it is high, mean this side you have low. And whenever this side is high, this side will be low. ऐसे होगा कि नहीं? This is the unaffected area here. Okay. So this is the uninodal oscillating system, unинodal oscillating system. एक ही नोड है, उठाएंगे नीचे गया ऊपर जाएगा जो भी है। मैंने कहा था आपको, if will raise this, it will goes down, if will push this, that is it goes off, है ना। So likewise you have different things here. This is unинodal oscillating system. But on the contrary, if you see, this is a binodal oscillating system. Binodal. आप इतना याद रखिए कि देयर इज ए चेंज इन दिस, यहाँ पे अगर चेंज होता है देखो ऊपर नीचे, यहाँ पे केवल ये देख रहे हैं ऊपर नीचे, दिस इज वन यूनिनोडल नोड, ऊपर और नीचे बाइनोडल ऑसिलेटरी सिस्टम। सो ये स्टेशनरी वेव थ्योरी का है, आर ए हरीश की। याद रखें, एट वन पर्टिकुलर प्लेस एम्फीडर्मिक पॉइंट विच यू कॉल्ड और नोडल पॉइंट्स आर देयर, in that nodal point at the nodal point what will happen, there is a great chances of water change in the sea level or water level. Nodal points में change होगा, water level will change in the nodal points. The sudden change in this one may leads to a lot of more effect in the nearby regions. You have more effect in the nearby regions, peripheral region. So anyway, you remember these are the theories here which I have just said. 5 theories you are having. 5 theory में 2 theory equilibrium और stationary wave theory bit important here, but not for your, because in the mains they are not going to ask you, in prelim they will ask you like what are the water high tide, what are low tides, like when you will have the high tide conjunction है, CG है या CG तो होगा ही, high tides will be there, and in case of opposition what will happen. So like this they can ask. So hope you will get it. What the positive impact of tide? Tide helps in navigation, as is the case in case of our port here, isn't it? So Kolkata port, London port, so these are like Kolkata port and port of London. So they are London Thames river, here it is Hooghly river. So we have their river, whenever there is high tide, the water level rises, so it helps us, isn't it? fishermen, for which also very important, as well as for tidal energy, it is very important. So tide plays an important role here. So these are the things, certain things here. So about the tides. Now one thing I would like to say, a tide is, as I said, a part of the dynamic ocean. Dynamic ocean में कितना जो भी है बताया था मैंने. Tide is a part of our dynamic ocean, and this is tide also try to bring equilibrium, and it is in the way of, as I said, gravitational attraction, whatever is there, impact of that one only. Tsunamis are different from the tide, and they are completely different. Let me now tell you certain things about the tsunami. And of course, if you have studied our material पढ़ाई क्या होगा आपने? I told you about El Nino, La Nina, and tsunami. Briefly, I'll say something about this, but एक चीज और है. In the ocean marine environment, tide, wave, and ocean current have greater impact. तो आपका कल एक क्वेश्चन जो था, how the water mass and ocean current plays an important role on distribution of animal in the ocean, plant and animal in the ocean. You need to give there about, you need to talk about the tropical, in fact the water bodies, whatever is there. In this, general distribution of different type of animal you have. But wherever dynamic ocean you have, dynamic ocean, mixing of the warm and cold oceanic current, they give conducive environment, upwelling of the water from below, formation of, as you know, plankton, and you have modification of the available weather condition of that regions. This leads to formation of some of the, some regions known for the organism which are not capable to be there, which in general you will not find in the temperate region, but you are getting this. There is temperature, thermal differences होगा, thermal gradient कम हो जाएगा. अगर कहीं पे अगर डाउनवेलिंग होता है, because of डाउनवेलिंग, ऊपर का जो पानी गर्म पानी है नीचे गया, mean there is exchange of heat. जहाँ if it is upwelling, the cold water is coming from below to up, a change in the temperature. This leads to change in the entire, aquatic life form. Some of the aquatic animal which lives in the deep water, okay, they are pelagic, deep water, the animals who loves to be in the dark area only, aphotic zone, which will not come to the light area, dark में जो रहते हैं. This type of organism, marine organisms, they adapt in a different condition, very cold and dark condition in which they develops. So ये जो चीजें हैं, there are certain things associated with this also. The distribution of animal and all these things are there. हमें एक काम करेंगे अभी. There are few more things I need to discuss, and we will have on the marine ecosystem. If we have in the environment class, we will study the marine ecosystem. In the marine ecosystem, we need to look at stratification of the entire ocean from the upper layer, zone 1, 2, 3, like upper zone, middle zone, and lower zone. In the lower bathic zone बोलते हैं जो. So bathic zone मतलब it is very deep profile, pelagic, very deep regions. In that region there is no light even, and in that particular area you have specific few types of marine animal you will get. So आगे देखेंगे उसको थोड़ा सा environment का input देना पड़ेगा आपको ecosystem में, and the respective in the marine environment we will have a discussion on the distribution of the plant and animal inside the marine deep sea regions. तो उस टाइम पे थोड़ा था हो पाएगा. Sir, is tides make any ocean current? My friend, tides will not make ocean current. Tide is a wave. It is a tidal wave. Okay, so disturbances will be there, but tidal wave है ये. It will go to the coast and come back. Ocean current unidirectional होता है. Difference इस पे ये है. So why you have, there is like gigantic wave, sea waves known as tsunami. Let us see something about the tsunami. Though the respective teacher will discuss the disaster management, he will tell you about the propagation of tsunami, so many things. In the geographical perspective, I will say something about water tsunami. Tide will be only in case of prelim. Okay, mains में नहीं आएंगे. Tsunami, what are those? Su and Nami, two things. Su mean harbor, Nami mean wave. In Japanese term, tsunami are the gigantic sea wave, port wave, wave of the port. Okay, harbor wave or port wave. So, in Japanese language, these are high harbor or sea waves. Okay, so these are tsunami. Tsunami are high harbor or the sea waves. High wave होते हैं. So what are these tsunami? It is an ocean wave produced by. It is an ocean wave produced by it is an ocean wave which is produced by an event at the sea, like earthquake, internal disturbances there like earthquake, landslide or volcanic eruption, landslide or volcanic eruption. Okay, or volcanic eruption. According to the National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, New Delhi, this is the case of, it is an ocean wave produced by an event at the sea like earthquake, landslide, volcanic eruptions. Earthquake, landslide and volcanic eruption. Okay. Tsunami. In this case, as you know, very gigantic sea wave generation. There are three distinct stages of a tsunami, you can say: generation, propagation, and subsequently what will happen? Inundation or landfall. Generation, propagation and inundation. I hope you must have studied this in our material which we have given. There is very high tidal wave. So आपका देखो ocean floor कैसा होता है? Ocean floor, how is that? It depends on the shape of the ocean floor also. I told you earlier that you have, देखिए आप ocean का floor कैसा होता है देखो, and you can think about this. This is the bedrock and this is the ocean floor, let us. This is the ocean here. Whenever there is a disturbance here, let us say disturbance here is there, earthquake is there. There is a rise in the, let us say, sea water of, let us say, here only 5 centimeter rise in the sea level. But this will have a वेवलेंथ ऑफ 5 सेंटीमीटर का आपके यहां पे वेव हाइट है. Wave height is only 5 centimeter. Let us say this is only 5 centimeter h. Wave height is you have 5 centimeter. ये जो वेव हाइट है ना, ये 5 सेंटीमीटर है. Wave height here it is 5 centimeter. Wave height 5 centimeter है, मगर वेव लेंथ जो है, वेव लेंथ इज लेट अस से 50 किलोमीटर, 50 किलोमीटर है वेव लेंथ. नाउ whenever there is a राइज इन दिस, ये पूरा राइज कर गया, नीचे से राइज किया, ओनली 5 सेंटीमीटर, बट वेव लेंथ आई सेड इज 50 किलोमीटर. नाउ व्हेनेवर दिस वेव लेंथ ग्रेजुअली डिक्रीजेस, वेव हाइट विल इंक्रीज. वेव लेंथ डिक्रीजेस बिकॉज व्हाट, देखो द थ्रस्ट इज फ्रॉम बिलो हियर. अब देखिए ये नीचे से होगा, यहाँ पे पाइलिंग अप ऑफ दिस विल बी देयर, देन वेव लेंथ विल डिक्रीज, मीन वेव हाइट विल इंक्रीज. दिस विल डिक्रीज हियर. यहाँ पे ये जो है ना, ये डिक्रीज कर रहा है, दिस इज हियर इज डिक्रीजिंग, दिस वेव लेंथ इज डिक्रीजिंग हियर. वेव लेंथ इज डिक्रीजिंग, वेव लेंथ इज डिक्रीजिंग, so wave height is increasing. यहाँ पे 50 किलोमीटर था, यहाँ पे 30 किलोमीटर हो गया, 10 किलोमीटर, 2 किलोमीटर. So likewise, you know, you will have like, let us say there is a change in this, like from let us at a space of like let us say 10 kilometer लो, यहाँ पे 1 kilometer, here it is 500 meter, here it is 200 meter. So आपका देखो ये वेव हाइट बढ़ता जाएगा, इसीलिए ये वेव हाइट तो बढ़ता जाएगा बिकॉज ऑफ चेंज इन द वेव लेंथ. और another thing is the pressure from below also you have. ये जो है ना नीचे से, ये भी तो पाइलिंग अप ऑफ द वाटर, ये पानी नीचे से भी तो प्रेशर दे रहा है. फॉर 2 केसेस, दैट्स व्हाई कोस्ट प्लेज ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टाइप ऑफ कोस्ट. इफ समवेयर यू हैव डेप्थ इज लेस, इट विल पाइल ऑफ वाटर. ओके, इट विल पाइल ऑफ वाटर. ओके, ये पाइल अप करेगा वाटर को. 1, चेंज इन द वेवलेंथ. सेकेंड, फ्रॉम बिलो इट्स वाटर गोज इन दिस वे. So you will have like this type. So आप एक काम करिए, you are requested to study this chapter number 21. I told you on tsunami. We can see that what are the tsunami causes. Causes are these things, 3 things I told you what is there. The tsunami will be discussed because it will be discussed in our disaster and disaster part. Okay, disaster management में हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. That's why I just said what is tsunami, how they develop, और कुछ भी आपको डिस्कशन नहीं कराया मैं. ग्लोबल कन्वेयर बेल्ट जो बता रहे हैं आप, दिस इज हियर इज ग्लोबल कन्वेयर बेल्ट मीन व्हाट, समवेयर यू हैव डाउनवेलिंग, समवेयर यू हैव अपवेलिंग. कल बताया था ना. सो दे आर इंटरकनेक्टेड, डाउनवेलिंग एंड अपवेलिंग, लाइक ए कन्वेयर बेल्ट, लाइक यू नो दे आर गोइंग. सो दिस इज हियर. फॉर एग्जांपल इन साउथ अमेरिका, साउथ अमेरिका में, और लेट अस टॉक अबाउट इन नॉर्थ अमेरिका इटसेल्फ। और आपकी कैलिफोर्नियन कोस्ट पे डाउनवेलिंग हो रहा है ऊपर अलास्का के पास, और कैलिफोर्निया के पास अपवेलिंग हो रहा है। एक जगह पे जाके द इफ यू रिमेंबर द एंटायर रीजन्स इज बीइंग कनेक्टेड हियर। And another things you can see in the Gulf of Mexico coast, the Bermuda Triangle region, subsidence of water, that is a downwelling is there, upwelling near Canaries Island. So below, नीचे से ऊपर से पानी नीचे नीचे जाते हैं, on the surface it goes and move off. These are like a conveyor like. That is what I said. Okay, these are certain things which we thought like to have some discussion. ओशनोग्राफी का एक है रिसोर्सेस, मेरीन रिसोर्सेस। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू दैट दिस विल बी इन द इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी रिसोर्स इन विच आई विल सी अगेन हम डिस्कस करेंगे। नया टॉपिक आज डिस्कस करता हूँ। दिस इज ऑल अबाउट योर नॉर्थ अमेरिका। मैपिंग पहले कराएंगे, देन आई विल गो फॉर सर्टेन टॉपिक एज यू हैव मेंशन इन योर कोर्स। देयर आर फ्यू टॉपिक्स आर देयर। रिमेंबर द ओशियन डिपोजिट हो गया है। मेरीन रिसोर्सेस जो है ना, रिसोर्सेस आर ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप्स, लाइक एनर्जी रिसोर्स, यू हैव मेटालिक रिसोर्स, नॉन मेटालिक, बायोटिक रिसोर्स, फिश एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर देयर। सो मैं चाहता हूँ इन द रिसोर्स फ्रंट एट ए टाइम वी विल डिस्कस इन द इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी पार्ट, मे बी आफ्टर 2 days। सो फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी का ये वाला एरिया, आई होप यू गॉट सम आइडिया अबाउट द फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, some idea you got it. Okay, so you got something about the geomorphology, climatology, ocean, certain things we got it. Related things on disaster management and environment part will be discussed separately. Let me now move on to the next. North America. Can you just open your atlas and find out where is North America is? तो atlas निकाल के देखिए। Please open your atlas, find out North America. Yes, all of you have done North America. Yeah. Each tide makes any ocean current? No. Can you please discuss global conveyor belt once? I said if you need more, let me know. What is kinetic energy from wave? Wave is remaining yet. Wave में कुछ आएगा ही नहीं यार। Wave में nothing they are going to give you. Have you seen the questions, previous year question? कोई आया है? और questions पे those, see that geography is such a vast area, a lot of things are there. In the optional we are discussing this in detail. For GS we don't need. इसीलिए superficial. Even in tide there are 5 theories. Lot of things are there. You have to control. You should know what not to study. Yes, wave energy is important, which will be discussed. Wave energy in the economic geography, where in India, Vizhinjam कहाँ पे है? Vizhinjam. We have also, what is that? Durga Dwani. Durga Dwani, where it is? In West Bengal, Sundarban. Why it is known for? We will see that. वो energy में देखेंगे. Energy important है. And resources also, we will see that. Resource or energy. I'm talking about, these are like, ocean current is important, the most important. Tide is only for prelims, some basic concept, not more even. But wave is not needed. Only you should know wave is oscillatory movement of the sea water due to the impact of any external force, and mostly it is wind. Okay. So tidal energy and all these things we will see. मैं इसको अनकन्वेंशनल सोर्स जो नॉन कन्वेंशनल एनर्जी है और रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी है सब डिस्कस करूंगा वो, दैट आई विल डू. Equilibrium theory, see that, what is that equilibrium theory? Talking about what? There we are talking about Newton's का जो लॉ होता है. आप देखो, एवरी एक्शन इज इक्वल एंड अपोजिट रिएक्शन, इन नो इट। इधर पे आज एक्शन हो रहा है, ये लिक्विड है, इक्विलिब्रियम मेंटेन करना चाहेगा, ये यहाँ से इधर जा रहा है, और क्योंकि अर्थ इज मूविंग इन वेस्ट टू ईस्ट जा रहे हैं, तो ये क्या है, इसका अपोजिट में भी ऐसे बल्जिंग हुआ, सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स है। टू मेंटेन इक्विलिब्रियम मेंटेन करने के लिए इसके अपोजिट में ये आएगा सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स, वही बोल रहा है इक्विलिब्रियम थ्योरी में, और कुछ नहीं है। सो आप एक काम करेंगे, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल अगेन टू स्टडी इट फ्रॉम योर our material, or if you are not comfortable you go for the NCERT, only NCERT। NCERT में बढ़िया डायग्राम देके 2 पैराग्राफ लिखा है, काफी है। if you want this, North America, a continent located entirely in northern hemisphere, is not it? Northern hemisphere, this continent is entirely in northern hemisphere, because some of you called me, some of you are requested me to go for the mapping part, मैं करा रहा हूँ ये, इस पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कुछ एरियाज है, देखते हैं। नॉर्थ अमेरिका, और देखिए नॉर्थ अमेरिका में क्या है, ये नॉर्थ अमेरिका है, इज इट विजिबल? नहीं तो मैं इसको एक बार एक बना लेता हूँ, देखो दिस इज हियर इज द नॉर्थ अमेरिका। अच्छा, रेड कलर इज नॉट गुड फॉर यू एज यू पीपल सेड, लेट अस सी दिस कलर। This much is okay. This is the North America. This is the North America. In this North America, we have this is the area where you have a mountain. In USA, it is known as the Rocky Mountain. It is known as Alaskan Range. This is known as Eastern Cordillera, Western Cordillera. Cordillera, Rocky, Alaskan Range, 3 areas. Alaskan Range is a fold mountain. Alaskan Range is a fold mountain. You can see that. Okay, and you have a, in this case we have one more area. There's some lakes are there. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario. 5 lakes are there. Okay. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario. These lakes are here. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario. Again, I am saying these lakes, 5 lakes are glacially originated. Can you see them? इतना आप याद हो गया. अब देखिए, this side you have Atlantic Ocean, you know, Atlantic Ocean. Here you have the Pacific Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Here it is known as the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of Mexico. This is Caribbean Sea. Okay, these are the things here. Alaska part, this part is Alaska here. ये Alaska area है. Done. I hope it is clear to you all. Fine. If it is done, I will go for the next. Let me now draw another map of North America and show you what is there. As I was talking about this particular area, you can see that. Done. Okay. North America political map, if I'll show you. In the political map of North America, certain things I would like to show you. In the black map, you can black map देखते हैं. Okay, let us draw this. ये ठीक नहीं रहेगा. Let us draw the map of North America. हम draw करते हैं, देखते हैं. See here. I hope you got it now. Okay, this is North America. This one is Alaska. Here I said that this is the Alaskan range. You know it? ये हो गया Alaskan range. Alaskan range. This is here is the area of Rocky Mountain, and this region here it is Western Cordillera here. Can you please draw this? This side here we have the mountain here known as Appalachian. Old mountain. Appalachian Old Fold Mountain. And you remember that this area is called as what? Laurentian Plateau. Greenland is here. Prairies, the breadbasket of the world. Prairie region, the breadbasket of the world, located in this part. Have you drawn this? Appalachian is an old fold mountain, I told you. Rocky, young fold mountain. Western Cordillera, we have here. Alaskan range, you have here. This is the prairie regions in which a river flows, drains in this part. You remember that name of the river? इस रिवर का नाम क्या है? मिसिसिपी मिसोरी. रिवर इज Mississippi, Missouri, drains into the Gulf of Mexico here, Mississippi, Missouri. Here you see that the boundary between Mexico and USA. The river name is Rio Grande. River Rio Grande. Here you have a river, Yukon River. Hope you got it now. Now I am going for this particular area now. Look at, अगर आप ड्रॉ कर लिए हो तो ये स्पेसिफिक रीजन्स के लिए मैं कुछ बताना चाहूँगा. ये रीजन्स, this region I will discuss now. This region is called as Great Lake St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence River is here. This St. Lawrence River. River St. Lawrence Valley here. You have few lakes here. In fact, एक lake है यहाँ, ऐसे होते हुए lake है. The lakes here. Superior, Michigan, Huron. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario. ये सब lakes हैं. Superior, Michigan, Huron. These are not a Great Lake. St. Lawrence River passing through this. Can you see this? It is there in your atlas. Please see that one. देखिए आप, Greenland is politically part of Europe, physically located in North America. Politically part of Europe, physically located in North America. This is Greenland. I again say this, like, politically part of Europe, physically located in North America. Done this? Complete हो गया क्या? ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट हमारे लिए कुछ चीजें हैं. We'll see that what are very important. Sir, please discuss about maritime zone. Maritime zones of India. India starting अभी करेंगे. इसके बाद इंडिया में maritime boundary I'll let you know, discuss. Special economic zone, contiguous zone we will discuss. अच्छा, Appalachian, CHIAN also we call CHIAN, Appalachian. Rio Grande River, first boundary between USA Mexico. This is Great Lake region. Let me tell you something about the Great Lake region. Please draw with me. Superior, Michigan, Huron. Erie. Gulf of St. Lawrence. This region in USA is known as, you can see that this is Great Lake region. ये एरिया को ग्रेट लेक रीजन कहते हैं. आई होप यू आर वेल अवेयर. दिस ग्रेट लेक रीजन इज वेरी इंडस्ट्रियली डेवलप्ड एरिया. And this region you have the Appalachian, this is Sudbury. Duluth. Chicago. Detroit. Can you see all this? Just look at the north. In these regions we have a lot of mineral rich regions also. This region is Mesabi here, Mesabi, Vermilion. Sudbury is in Canada. आप ये करने का मेजर कॉज है कि देर आर फ्यू थिंग्स यू नो व्हिच यू नीड टू रिमेम्बर ये रीजन्स में. ग्रेट लेक, ये सेंट लॉरेंस रिवर है. सेंट लॉरेंस रिवर इज देयर. दिस इज सेंट लॉरेंस रिवर. सेंट लॉरेंस रिवर. Gulf of Central is Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. fall line, lot of waterfall present in the region known as fall line. I hope it is clear to all of you that in North America, this side you have Mesabi, Vermilion, Sudbury, Detroit, St. Lawrence, and these regions is there. This is very rich in mineral resources. This Mesabi, Vermilion regions, यहाँ पे गोगी बैक है. This is rich in iron ore rich region, and this area here is known for, this region here it is known for, this is known for the coal, or a fall line is for electricity. यहाँ पे है आपका टेनेसी वैली अथॉरिटी. TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority. TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority is here. आपको बताना चाहूँगा ये जो आपका दिस पर्टिकुलर रीजन सुपीरियर मिशिगन ह्यूरन एरिया अंटारियो, these are the 5 lakes. These are the 5 lakes. ये 5 लेक है which are definitely, they are very very important. These 5 lakes are glacially they are originated. Okay, these are glacially originated, these 5 lakes. आपको बताना चाहूँगा world's largest freshwater lake is Superior, Michigan, Huron एरिया अंटारियो, there are 5 lakes. और इसलिए ईस्ट टू वेस्ट अगर देखना है, मैं बोला था आपको सुपरमैन हेल्प्स एवरीवन. यू रिमेंबर दिस, सुपरमैन हेल्प्स एवरीवन. आपको याद करने के लिए बोला था मैं कुछ ये पहले भी एक बार. सुपर मीन सुपीरियर, मैन मिशिगन, एच हेल्प ह्यूरन एरी अंटारियो. Superior, Michigan, helps Huron area, Ontario. From the west to east, these are the west to east. All these are the here lakes. There are a lot of lake in North America. In North America, if you see, ऊपर से sand, आप atlas देखिए. In Canada, if you see, you will get Canada में ऊपर से देखो Great Bear, Great Slave, Athabasca, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Winnipegosis, Lakewood, Reindeer, all these lakes are there in Canada from north to south. ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ आएंगे तो all these are glacial. Now you have Superior, Michigan, Huron area, Ontario. These lakes are also there. Can you just find out these? आप अपना atlas में थोड़ा देखिए. You will able to get the things in your atlas. Please look at your atlas. अपना atlas में थोड़ा देखिए. You will find out all those. Okay. Again I am saying these, all these मिल गया. मैंने कहा सुपरमैन हेल्प्स एवरीवन. सुपीरियर, मिशिगन, ह्यूरन एरिया, अंटारियो. Done. Now Generally, USA, why it is so developed, the three causes you can see. Number one, see that before independence, before the formation of in fact, the America particularly, independence of America itself, it was a trade surplus region. Because there is like prairie grassland region is here, prairie grassland region, which I have shown it to you earlier. This prairie grassland, this is prairies, which is otherwise called as the granaries of the world. इसको बोलते हैं granaries of the world or bread basket of the world. This region, steppe grassland it is. And second important thing is, when the people, first time the people who came to USA, they are pilgrim father from Europe who migrated here, pilgrim father. पहले जो आए थे लोग उनको बोलते हैं pilgrim father. They came to North America for religious purpose. Then, after the pilgrim father, when the pilgrim father they reached here, they found like here they got settled subsequently. After they reported that this is like such a beautiful land with lot of opportunity here. Then the Britishers from the Europe people started migrating here. While they migrated, see that this is such a beautiful area, plain region with such a vast plain area, which is suitable for food grain production, especially wheat production. And because these Britishers people, subsequently what happened, the European people, they were a bit advanced earlier. So they had, after the early industrial revolution in Europe, they implemented all these things here, because ये रीजन मैंने कहा, this region is known for what? Iron ore. ये किसके लिए है? कोल के लिए है. Iron ore हो गया, कोल हो गया, and this is through this water route, they move like this here and they will come back. जाने के टाइम पे कोयला लेके जाएंगे, आने के टाइम पे iron ore. While they travel, they take coal and iron ore. Okay, as I just said, here while this ship carrying the iron ore go in this way, ये इधर से क्या लेके आएंगे? कोयला, कोल, और ये रीजन्स पे कैनाल बना के पूरे इसके, बिकॉज ऑफ कैनाल, हियर वी हैव कैनाल, है ना, inland waterway also they developed. So very interestingly, this entire region became developed subsequently due to the iron steel industries, which was called as the black belt also. क्या कहते थे इसको? Black belt or rust belt. This region is black belt or rust belt. People started, these regions industrial development was more, and because of this, ये industrial development हुआ, the production cost was low. You know why? They have bonded labor. यूरोपियन पीपल जो बॉन्डेड लेबर हैं उनको लेके इधर ले आए थे, आपको पता है. लेबर कॉस्ट इज लो, रॉ मटेरियल अवेलेबल, ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉस्ट इज लेस बिकॉज इट इज लाइक इनलैंड वाटरवेज इज देयर फॉर ऑल दिस रीजन. सब्सिक्वेंटली इसके बाद इनको क्या हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ओनली सब्सिक्वेंटली दिस पीपल लाइक दिस एरिया गेट डेवलप्ड. It got developed, this entire region got developed. Surplus amount they exported to the European country. Europe में problem था food grain का, Europe में problem था और बाकी product, everything they got started exporting, and they developed this. These cities located at this Superior, Michigan, Huron area, like Mesa में Vermilion mining town हुआ. Duluth became a major production center. Duluth के बाद Chicago. Chicago was known for what? Chicago was known for earlier, let me tell you, hog butcher of the world. मतलब the meat trading and food grain export. Duluth became for a heavy engineering, large scale industrial development is there in this. Shotbury, a mining town in Canada, developed for, again gradually developed for different type of minerals, particularly mineral based industries. Detroit. Can you see this Detroit? Detroit became the main center for automobile. Detroit for automobile. And believe me, this particular region is developed subsequently. Detroit is developed as one of the world's leading automobile center. Okay. Later, ये Toronto है. Here you have the Toronto develop here, and all the cities in this region, you know, they lot of cities in Canada also they developed. Quebec, French people they migrated, and here Quebec was developed. Quebec is a French city. French people who migrated to Canada, they established themselves as the Quebec. Quebec में अभी भी आपको सिटी पे French is a major language. Here you know it. Now, ये regions का development mainly migrated people who settled and subsequently they developed this, exploited the resources and they found it like a such a beautiful land with opportunity. New land नाम दिया गया इसको opportunity. Now you see here Appalachian ये जो mountain है इसके आसपास ये lot of waterfall are there here. This is called as the fall line. ये यहाँ पे बोलते थे क्या इसको fall line. Lot of waterfall are there in Appalachian mountain which are draining from the Appalachian toward the coast. तो ये जो waterfalls हुआ, fall line हुआ, it provided, you know, the cheapest electricity. So industries development हुआ at fall line. यहाँ पे एक river है, which I haven't drawn, but let me draw it. A river is here. यहाँ से ऐसे करता हूँ. This river is known as Tennessee. TENNESSEE, Tennessee river. ये आके मिला है और एक रिवर में, रिवर का नाम है ओहायो, OHIO. ये रिवर का नाम है ओहायो. ओहायो जाके मिला है क्या है मिसिसिपी मिसोरी में, मिसिसिपी मिसोरी. अगेन आई एम सेइंग टेनेसी रिवर, ये टेनेसी रिवर है. दिस इज द टेनेसी रिवर. ओके, हियर इट इज द टेनेसी रिवर. टेनेसी रिवर में ओहायो में आकर टेनेसी मिला है, ओहायो जाके मिसोरी मिसिसिपी में मिला है. देखिए सही से, टेनेसी, ओहायो, मिसोरी मिसिसिपी. सो टेनेसी रिवर के ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट है, इसका नाम है टेनेसी वैली अथॉरिटी. इन वर्ल्ड्स फर्स्ट, यू नो, व्हाट यू कॉल वर्ल्ड्स फर्स्ट multi-purpose river valley project you are having. World's first multi-purpose river valley project. दुनिया की पहला multi-purpose river valley project यहाँ हुआ था. Got it? Again I am saying this is here is, as I have mentioned, in entire North America, if you see the development of the USA specifically because of the exploitation of the resources, especially from, as I said, the you have your Great Lake region. Great Lake region, the transportation of the raw material from this side, from Superior area towards this side is the Mesa View Vermilion, this side iron ore, and here you have the presence of what you call coal in this part. They, with the help of the transport and communication link, people in these regions, all these people in these regions, they in fact exploit the raw material of this particular part by establishing a lot of, what is that, iron and steel and other metallurgical industries in this part, and this is developed. And they subsequently, they, in these cases, you know, these people, they, in fact, subsequently, there is a development of industrial zone known as the black belt or rust belt. मैंने कहा था आपको. These are here, in this way it is developed. Anyway, I just try to give you certain things here, like, you know, as you know, these are the regions here. Development of the industries is basically because of this type of facilities. आपको ये थोड़ा बहुत तो समझ में आया होगा वर्ल्ड मैप इन नॉर्थ अमेरिका की मैप में. नॉर्थ अमेरिका हैज डिफरेंट कंट्रीज नाउ. नाउ लेट मी अगेन गो टू नॉर्थ अमेरिका. पॉलिटिकल मैंने देखा नहीं, मैं फिजिकली बताया. दिस इज व्हाट आई सेड. ग्रीनलैंड. ग्रीनलैंड इज physically part of North America. Politically it is in which country? Politically it is a part of Europe. Denmark is है ना. So it is a fold mountain here. Yukon is a river which is flowing through. This is Gold River बोलते हैं. ये जो regions है, this part is, ये जो regions हो गया, this is Alaska. Alaska is part of USA. This is Canada here. This is Hudson Bay here. So these are the regions. So there are countries in North America. You can note down few more points. In North America, English speaking USA and Canada is called as Anglo-America. Anglo-America. And Mexico to South America is called as Latin America. Latin America. Latin America. Mexico to South America is called as Latin America. Here is a question Ayush is asking, is Detroit still active? No. Detroit it at present is going towards like they have transformed mostly. The automobile production is there but not up to that. Detroit is still industrially active. See that 60% of the industries now from automobile industries particularly down now in these regions. 60% is down. So it is a great loss for USA also. See, Japan is such a country which was ruined completely during the World War. Japan is such a country where every 10 days you have an earthquake of at least 6.5 to 7.5 magnitude. Japan is every year affected by natural disaster. Japan has no resources, but it is one of the largest producer or contributor in the world trade, much more than India. Now, Japanese automobile sector dominated in these regions in USA. You are asking about Detroit. Let me tell you, Detroit is spoiled to a greater extent. You can say it was challenged by a Japanese company, and of course there are other things. Some of the other companies like Japanese company particularly, they their growth was in US particularly was manifold. Then another one is even they shifted to other part. Sir, talk you before, Greenland politically part of North America. Physically part of it. No. I had never said about politically, always it's part of Denmark. Remember, politically, please, if I said, then I am sorry, but please rectify that. Greenland is physically located in North America, politically part of Denmark. So it is politically part of Europe. Please remember. If it is there, please rectify. Greenland जो है कहाँ है Greenland? Greenland is physically located in North America. Okay, politically part of Europe. उल्टा आपने सुना होगा कुछ कि क्या है, देख लो. If I said, I am sorry, it's like it is physically it is located in Greenland, politically part of Denmark in Europe. Okay, on that basis. Okay, so you must remember. So North America, as I was saying that Mexico, South America is called as Latin America, and English speaking USA, Canada are called as Anglo America. आपको पता है, this is like this Canada, if you see such a large country, second largest, you can see that second largest in the world, Canada, after Russia. Canada is such a huge country, area is much more, and most of the people, France, in the right side of Canada, if you see towards right hand side, French people are more, towards the lake region, Lake Province region, if you see Ontario Lake and south of this towards Erie, most of the people from Indian subcontinent, you will find them. When the first multi-purpose river valley project established, see, I don't remember exactly the year, but it is the world's first multi-purpose river valley project. And in India, your Damodar Valley Corporation is a replica of, it is a replica of TVA. Damodar Valley Corporation of India is a replica, it is a model of Tennessee Valley Authority. I hope you know about all those, right? So these are certain things. Okay, so as I said about this entire region, the middle part, south of Mexico, which is Central America. Central America, Mexico, south of Mexico up to Panama. South of Mexico up to Panama. This entire region is up to Panama. It is called as this is Central America. So like you have the country like Guatemala, Belize, San Salvador, Guatemala. Can you see that? San Salvador. Can you see that? Just check it out. The countries here, Guatemala, Belize, San Salvador is there. Yes? Is there? Nicaragua, Costa Rica, then you have the Panama. ये सब कंट्री जो है ना, ये दे आर इन ए पेनिनसुला लाइक वेरी नैरो isthmus, you can say, in the narrow isthmus they are. You have, can you see Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico, they are located towards right hand side, you can see Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico island, all the like here you have, this is like this side you have West Indies, islands of the West Indies, ये है West Indies की तरफ है, West Indies. Can you find out this? Towards right hand side you have the West Indies, a group of small islands in the central Caribbean region. Group of small island in the central Caribbean regions. West Indies is there. Okay. What is the political orientation of Alaskan? Alaskan is a part of USA. Is it accessible to global forces? No, it is only for the US. Alaska is as present, it is in the US, and you know that they purchase it from Russia. आप अगर एक globe देखो, this is here is this particular part is Alaska. The American purchased it from Russia, and they were repenting earlier, but now the Yukon River Valley, is known for gold deposit. The entire region is known for huge deposit of shale gas, natural gas, shale gas, gold deposit, petroleum deposit. Can you see this? regions here. Anchorage is a very important port in Alaska. Anchorage. Anchorage is a major port here. Okay, these are certain things about these regions. I hope got some idea on this. आप एक बार थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए. You don't have to go much on this, but at least have a glance over North America. You will find out in Caribbean Sea there are small countries are there. Cuba's capital is Havana. Cuba is known for tobacco. Cuba is known for sugar. Okay, largest one among the largest producer of sugar in the world. No doubt, world's largest producer of sugar now it is Brazil. But it is also a major sugar producing country. Tobacco, no, Cuban tobacco, cigar tobacco is well known. As Russia invaded Cuba, Cuba is a independent country now. Okay, then Cuba is politically in which continent? Politically in North America as well as physically in North America. Okay, Cuba is in North America. Okay, these are certain things. So I'll stop it here. Let's have a break. After the break, we will look at today India ko chalna hai, India geography. So Asia, I'll talk about Asia. So please do have your atlas in front of you. I'll say something about Asia, then we'll start India. Geography of India will start. Okay. So India, where is my India? We'll find out. India kahan hai? Though we all are Indians, we have less information about India. We'll realize this today itself. Okay. So पहले हम एशिया को देखेंगे. एशिया में where is South Asia, East Asia, West Asia क्या है, where is Paracel Island and all, we'll see. Then mapping I'll do simultaneously, but I'll mainly focus towards India subsequently. So India में देखेंगे detail में, we'll go for in detail of India. Okay, so let's have a break now. After the break we'll meet. So see you. Thank you. Any question, please let me know.